The little girls cried loudly as their mother, Akello Linda, threw them on the bed and began stuffing her clothes into a bag. Her face was tight with anger, her eyes sharp like a hawk ready to strike. Her husband, Peter Lokikoi, spoke gently. The babies are crying. They need their mother. But Akello Linda's voice was cold and sharp. They are no longer my concern. I'm leaving you, she continued, packing without looking at him. Please don't go, Peter pleaded. If not for me, then stay for the sake of these innocent children God gave us. Linda turned to him, snapping, I didn't marry you to suffer. Since you can't give me the life I want, I'm done. Don't come looking for me. As for the babies, do whatever you want with them. I don't care. She twisted her lips bitterly and added, to be honest, I don't even care if they live or die. With that, she zipped up her bag and stormed out, slamming the door behind her. Everything had once been peaceful. But things changed the day Peter lost his job. Linda complained endlessly about their small room and the plain food. Peter begged her to stay, not just because he loved her, but for their twin daughters, Ajok Mary and Akello Naomi, who were just 3 months old. But Linda never listened. Peter picked up the babies, cradling them gently. Their soft curls brushed against his chest as they cried. He rocked them until they slowly calmed down. I may not have money to give you the best life, he whispered, his eyes full of sorrow, but I promise I will be the best father in the world. The next morning brought hunger and worry. With no food or money, Peter strapped the twins to his chest and hired a wheelbarrow to find work in the busy Soroti market. He pushed heavy bags of goods, sweat glistening on his skin. Some people stared with pity, others smiled and dropped small coins for the babies. An elderly woman, Mama Caroline, with kind, wrinkled skin, stopped him and pressed some money into his hand. This is for the babies, she said softly. Peter bowed his head in gratitude. Yet not everyone was kind. A loud woman shouted, when you were busy enjoying yourself, you didn't think of responsibility. Now suffer alone. Her words stung, but Peter said nothing. Only his daughters mattered. Day after day, he worked tirelessly. He fed them, changed their tiny clothes, and bathed them with care. He took them to a kind pharmacist for baby milk and medicine. Exhausted but resolute, he found joy in caring for them. One Monday morning, Mama Caroline offered, let me watch the babies today. The sun is too hot for them. Peter handed them over, feeling a wave of relief. He trusted her completely. Years passed. Mary and Naomi grew into respectful and loving young women who adored their hardworking father. At 18, they both excelled in their final exams and gained admission to study medicine and surgery at a university. But the struggle wasn't over. Peter had no money to pay their fees. In despair, he pleaded with wealthy men in Soroti, offering himself as a houseboy in exchange for their education. All of them refused. 2 days later, he had to tell his daughters the heartbreaking news. My daughters, he whispered, I'm sorry. I made a promise, but I can't send you to university. Naomi, with her big, gentle eyes, said softly, Daddy, there's nothing to forgive. We know you would have sent us anywhere if you could. Mary nodded in agreement, her face glowing with resolve. Whether we go or not, we love you always. Determined, the twins deferred their admission and took jobs at a local restaurant. They worked with smiles and saved every single coin. 7 months later, they had saved enough to open their own small restaurant. One evening, Mary noticed a black briefcase left under a table. Inside, they found documents and a thick stack of American dollars. They immediately set out to return it to the worried owner, a man named Prince Tony. As a reward for their honesty, he gave them a fully furnished building for their restaurant. Overjoyed, they ran to find Peter, who was resting by his wheelbarrow, drinking a cup of kunu. Daddy, it's ours, Naomi exclaimed. Peter's tired face lit up with tears of joy as he embraced his daughters. Years later, their mother, Linda, appeared at the restaurant seeking work after 3 failed marriages. The twins, with forgiving hearts, gave her a role in the business. But her sharp temper soon began to cause problems. Mary and Naomi had to make the hard choice to let her go, but they didn't abandon her. They set her up with her own small shop nearby so she could be independent. With peace restored, the restaurant flourished once more. Peter no longer had to labor under the hot sun. He finally got to enjoy the fruits of his daughter's hard work. They also made sure to care for Mama Caroline, renovating her house and paying all her bills. Mary and Naomi eventually realized their true calling wasn't medicine, but helping others through their business. As suitors began to appear, they planned joint weddings, but they had one condition. They wanted to make sure their father would not be left alone. They introduced him to Madame Ruth, a kind-hearted widow who soon became his wife. On that joyful day, the church was filled with love, unity, and celebration. Peter, Mary, Naomi, and Madame Ruth began a new chapter together, a life of peace, hard-earned success, and enduring family bonds. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more inspiring content.